Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and the Artsy Autismmom Chronicles. Today's vlog is going to be a Women's History Month spotlight on Katherine Johnson, one of the hidden figures. But before we get into her story, here is the intro, and I'll be right back with you right after that. Katherine Johnson was born Creola Katherine Coleman on August 26, 1918, in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, to Jolette Roberta and Joshua McKinley Coleman. She was the youngest of 4 children. Her mother was a teacher, and her father was a lumberman, farmer, and handyman. He also worked at the Greenbrier Hotel. Johnson showed strong mathematical abilities from an early age. Because Greenbrier County did not offer public schooling for African American students past the 8th grade, the Colemans arranged for their children to attend high school in Institute, West Virginia. This school was on the campus of West Virginia State College. Johnson had enrolled when she was 10 years old. The family split their time between Institute during the school year and White Sulphur Springs in the summer. After graduating from high school at the age of 14, Johnson matriculated at West Virginia State College, a historically black college. She took every mathematics course offered by the college. Several professors mentored her, including the chemist and mathematician Angie Turner King, who had guided Coleman throughout high school, and W.W. Schiefelin Claytor, the third African American to receive a doctorate in mathematics. Claytor added new mathematics courses just for Johnson. She graduated summa cum laude in 1937 with degrees in mathematics and French at the age of 18. Johnson was also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. In 1939, after marrying her first husband, James Goebel, she left her first job in teaching and enrolled in a graduate math program. She quit at the end of the first session and chose to focus on her family life. She was the first African American woman to attend graduate school at West Virginia University in Morgantown, West Virginia. Johnson decided on a career as a research mathematician, although this was a difficult field for African Americans and women to enter. At a family gathering in 1952, a relative mentioned that the National Advisory Council for Aeronautics was hiring mathematicians at the Langley Memorial Aeronautics Laboratory based in Hampton, Virginia, near Langley Field. NACA hired African American mathematicians as well as whites for their guidance and navigations department. Johnson accepted a job with the agency in June of 1953. From 1953 to 1958, Johnson worked as a computer analyzing topics such as gust alleviation for aircrafts. Originally assigned to the West Area Computer Section supervised by mathematician Dorothy Vaughan, Johnson was reassigned to the Guidance and Control Division of Langley's Flight Research Division. It was staffed by white male engineers. NACA disbanded the Colored Computing Pool in 1958 when the agency was superseded by NASA, which adopted digital computers. From 1958 until her retirement in 1986, Johnson worked as an aerospace technologist, moving during her career to the Spacecraft Control Branch. She calculated the trajectory for the May 5, 1961 space flight of Alan Shepard, the first American in space. She also calculated the launch window for his 1961 Mercury mission. She plotted backup navigational charts for astronauts in case of electronic failure. When NASA used electronic computers for the first time to calculate John Glenn's orbit around Earth, officials called on Johnson to verify the computer's numbers. Glenn had asked for her specifically and refused to fly unless Johnson verified the calculations. Johnson co-authored 26 scientific papers. Her social influence as a pioneer in space science and computing is demonstrated by the honors she received and her status as a role model for a life in science. President Barack Obama presented her with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, one of 17 Americans so honored on November 24, 2015. She was cited as a pioneering example of African American women in STEM. Two NASA facilities have been named in her honor: the Katherine G. Johnson Computational Research Facility at the Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia, and the Katherine Johnson Independent Verification and Validation Facility in Fairmont, West Virginia. Katherine Johnson died at a retirement home in Newport News on February the 24th, 2020, at the age of 101. I hope that this has been interesting to you guys. I will leave further information down in the description of this video. Please leave me comments and let me know what you think. Also, follow me on all my other social media listed here on this page. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, I offer you peace and blessings from the West Side. Bye, you guys.